I'll try to be pragmatic rather than bleak, but on our journey here we drove through miles of broken countryside. Barren hills, drained, no regeneration taking place, and interspersed blocks of non-native conifers, which when they come down leave badly eroded brown hillsides. But there is a solution to this, isn't there? There are methods to recover this landscape.
Well, I really hope so, because we've done a lot in the last century that's been short-term. It's been short-term forestry rotation, it's been quick changes in agricultural practice, all for the next 5-year period, and nobody's been looking at that whole landscape, whole lifetime experience. And we have to change that. I think we can.
But some of the Trust projects are already making serious inroads over landscape scale sizes, aren't they? And that's what we've got to be thinking about. Nature reserves are great. They've acted as remarkable repositories of biodiversity, but they're scattered across a broken landscape. We've got to join them up and also make sure that they're much bigger.
Yeah, well, I won't take away from nature reserves, designated sites. They've done a good job up to the point, but they are scattered, as you say, and a lot of wildlife will move between them if you give them half a chance. So actually woodland corridors, proper flowing rivers, drains that aren't dug out every 5 minutes to get rid of all the silt. All of these things can help, and we can do that at scale. You've got to get lots of people to join up. It's, the John Muir Trust can do it on its own land. We operate quite a big scale. Some of our estates are quite large, but we really need to work with our neighbours and get them to join up as well. And actually, it's a more of a movement that we need than just individuals doing the right thing.
And it's winning hearts and minds.
Hansen Mines are absolutely critical. I mean, I've been in conservation a long time, and I realise that until you're working with people and working with the grain of what they're interested in, you can't make as much progress. And sometimes that means a bit of compromise, and sometimes it means actually wearing your heart on your sleeve and being passionate about it.
How do we restrain our frustration then when, as you say, we know what's wrong now, we know what's right and what we need to do, but we're struggling to convince people on a larger scale quickly enough?
Do you know, I think one of the most important things is to just reacquaint people with the world around them, take them out into the environment, talk to them about it, show them what it's like. I mean, we've done this Bioblitz today, all the glories of the wonderful species that we found and looked at. These would be like a foreign planet for some people because they're so detached from it all. And I think one of the things we've got to do is join that, make that join with people again.
And another problem I think we face is what I call the idealized landscape, whereby people will stand in badly damaged, highly modified landscapes which are poor in terms of their biodiversity. They may have been like that for hundreds of years, but they're still not very good. But they've got it in their mind that that's the green and pleasant land. And in fact, it shouldn't look like that at all, and we've got to retrain their eyes almost.
Yeah, well, people like what they grew up with. And if they grew up in a landscape with very few trees, they're going to think that that's what the landscape should be like. And I've been in various places in the past where we've actually taken people, shown actually how many trees there are still in mountain landscapes, but they're just hanging onto cliff edges and so on. And once they have their eyes open to that, they see the possibilities of more trees, and then actually they can see the possibility of a woodland. And that journey might not happen in one evening over one glass of whiskey, but you've got them enough evenings and enough glass of whiskey with them, they will start to see that and they get passionate about it. And if they own that, they go off and do it, and that's worth 10 times the conservation body doing it when people do it themselves.
Perhaps if that's your technique, the John Muir Trust should open its own distillery.
There's also the abstinence version of this, and it's the cup of tea.
Okay, so cups of teas and drams.